And a local high school baseball field totally underwater. Look at this video. This is today after all the heavy rain we've seen this weekend, and it's at Canton South's baseball facility. Now, they posted this video on social media, and they're asking for help in getting a new field. You see the issues with this one. They say the flooding is an annual occurrence, and they're looking to make a change. Now, not every area looked that severe, yet it has been a rain-soaked weekend. So, Jessica, back with your full forecast, and it could still be a messy few days ahead.
Yeah, we still have some rain that's falling now. We've had a lot of rain, obviously, over the last couple of days, and it's going to take some time for all of that rain to kind of get out of the system, so to speak, for all of that to wash through. So we're still going to keep that weather impact alert through at least early Sunday, kind of depending on how our showers are looking at that point and how our flooding issues are looking, if those have improved a little bit through the day. So we're going to keep an eye on this through the overnight and again, potentially into tomorrow. Again, we've got some very saturated ground, especially the further south you are. More rain will be falling, especially for areas to the south, so that could lead to some additional problems, especially in some low-lying areas, some of those creeks, rivers, streams that are already running very high. You want to really watch out for those, even as you get into the day tomorrow. We have had a decent amount of rain over the last 24 to 48 hours or so, especially the further south you are, closer to an inch or so right along the Lake Erie shoreline, but then those totals get closer to 2 inches and even some locally higher totals for areas further south. So that's really where the majority of our flooding alerts have been, kind of some of those more southern counties where that rain has been a little more abundant. They're a little closer to the moisture down there. We do still have some flood advisories, some flood warnings for some of our local streams, rivers, and even some for just different areas that have had a lot of flooding. These all have different end times. Most of those are going to go through tonight. Some of those are ending tomorrow morning. Expected to, at least. Some go until Wednesday as those rivers try to crest. Most of these are all expecting minor flooding at this point, but that's something we'll continue to watch. And with some rain still falling, we could still have some additional warnings or advisories that are issued. That flood watch is still going to be with us for most of our counties through tomorrow morning, and we finally kind of see that rain wind down. Again, plenty of flood watches extending off to the southwest. We still have this line of showers and storms that's just been feeding us a ton of moisture. For us, we've just been on the flood concern side of things with plenty of rain around. Not a lot in terms of severe weather for us. Different story off to the south. They've got another round of tornado watches stretching from Louisiana up into Tennessee, and even a few tornado warnings. I've seen those into Mississippi and areas of northwest Alabama. They've got a confirmed tornado that just tracked across the state line from Tishomingo State Park out into northwestern Alabama. So a very dangerous situation for the folks down there. For us, we're still just looking at a lot of moisture. This is still tapped into a lot of moisture from the Gulf. So it's going to continue to try to push some of that up our way. We are working on getting to the end of that steadier rainfall. You can kind of see the back edge of that steady precipitation. This is slowly but surely going to continue to track off to the east. For now, though, we do still have rain lingering. A few scattered showers west of Cleveland. Steadier rain as you head south, as has kind of been the pattern for us. Further south you are, more rainfall. Most of that rain for tonight is really just going to be light to moderate rain, but again, our ground is already very saturated, so that could still continue to cause some issues for us. National Design Mart hour-by-hour forecast. We're going to keep plenty of cloud cover around. Could have some areas where we have some low visibility because of that rain falling, and we're still going to keep the chance for showers around. They're just going to become a little more scattered as we go through the overnight hours. Temperatures are in the 40s right now. They will be dropping. We are down into the 30s by tomorrow morning. As we get into Sunday, that rain is not going to be quite as abundant, but our temperatures are going to be colder for Sunday. So we're going to stay stuck in the 30s. The showers are going to be a little more scattered, but with temperatures in the 30s, a good breeze from the north, we'll have a better chance of some mix and possibly some flakes in there as well. So it's going to be a little messy as we go through the day. We will watch tomorrow evening, kind of into the first part of the overnight very closely. If we can get some good shower activity, snow shower activity that is, to develop as our temperatures are dropping more through the overnight, that's where we would look at the potential for some of that to stick and try to mean some very minor accumulations on some of those grassy areas, elevated surfaces, maybe just a quick dusting to an inch, depending on how this plays out. A lot of that is going to be out of here by the time we get into Monday morning. And then we're going to track another round of showers as we get into the second half of the day. Temperatures try to peak near 50 degrees on Monday before we get those PM rain and snow showers into the picture. That could mean another quick dusting to an inch for some of those locations. With that Union Home Mortgage extended forecast, that brings us to a very chilly forecast still for the Guardians home opener on Tuesday, with temperatures likely stuck in the 30s. From there, we do see a little bit of improvement. We're back into the 40s and 50s and looking drier heading into next weekend.